Okay, so we are perfectly on time. We've just had a very productive and interesting day with 3 workshops with lots of different discussion. I'm sure that that you would like to continue discussions, and that also Marie-Jose said, and as Dixon before pointed out, please join us on Slack. So there are the channels where you can continue the discussion. If you're new to Slack and you have questions how to navigate there, please post your question in the general channel, and we will always help you to navigate there. But let's now look back. So let's do the closing round. Let's go again to Menti, and give me a second to change the screen, to invite you to the Mentimeter. Can you see the Menti slide?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. So if we all can go to menti.com, and this time our code will be 789386. And the question is, well, how are you? You can choose, well, between bored and highly inspired. So how do you feel? How do you feel now after those? Well, you can look, of course, depending if you participated yesterday, or is it your first day at the community meeting. How is your mood? All right, generally lots of inspired people. Not all of you're still replying. Thank you very much for the feedback. We're happy to have you, to leave you inspired after those 2 days. And let's look at this question. What's the positive thing that happened during the meeting? Today, yesterday, or in general? What's the positive thing that happened during the meeting? Okay, we got more connected than ever. Again, plus 90+ people, fantastic. Engagement, wow. Sense of community, humanity. Just that it happened instead of being cancelled. Wow, thank you so much. Active engagement online and actually higher numbers of participants. Yeah, this is actually pretty amazing. That still, like, we were about to cancel. We couldn't really bring the whole community to Amsterdam, and yet we are joining online, and we are more powerful, and we can actually bring people who normally wouldn't be with us. So we kept on going. Great use cases, learning, good discussion. Thank you so much for sharing. And okay, we are about to start the weekend. As I said, there are still 2 sessions, but it's Friday afternoon, and in some parts of the world even Friday evening. So we already entered the weekend. What's your word for the upcoming weekend? What will be something you would like to share with the community? All right, life is beautiful. Sleep again. Nature. Social distancing. Okay, I've heard something about the social distancing, that actually we should maybe call it physical distancing, and still be very social, so that we still stay together in those times when we cannot really meet, but we're physically distanced, but we stay very social. Hug a tree. Okay, fantastic. Some pizza, family, well, design, okay, freedom, more work. Also, I see that we will spend weekend in different ways, but fantastic to connect. And before I wish you a happy weekend, I still will ask Temu to close for this closing session, to now take over for me.
Thank you, Caro. And if you can keep showing those slides, as I know you will.
Yeah, they're loading, yes.
Yeah, indeed. Really, thanks for those feedback comments as well. Just like Caro said, I think about 10 days ago, when we were looking at the situation, we actually already made the decision that if we can't meet physically, we'll not meet at all. We will push that for later. There's simply too much stress to prepare for both. And of course, I think we can all say that we're super happy that we were able to host these sessions. Really, really inspiring. Just to repeat what I said about the status yesterday, here you can see the awesome 56 flags we have members from at the moment. And I don't know, maybe we saw some people from other places today, who knows, but certainly from all over the world. We're growing, and that's great news for the community. Here, and you will see somebody who is really sharp might see in the bottom right corner a logo that wasn't there when we started yesterday. And I think that there will be a public announcement coming up on this a little bit later, but the gentleman from the Volksbank, Peter and Elko and Simon, we had a discussion today and agreed that yes, they're proud to be a member of MyData Global and happy to be also shown on the slides and on the website. So big thanks to you as well. We're growing, and that's amazing. Of course, we can't do this thing and are not doing this thing only from Finland or any one location, as we see already today. Amazing crowd of people, and I do hope that you're aware of what's your local hub, what's the closest one, and of course there were a few people who said or indicated earlier that you might be interested in setting up a hub and go for it. Some of you will know that in the autumn time we paused the acceptance of new hubs for a moment, as there is some development to be done on the hub regulations. That most definitely should not stop you from starting to plan new hubs, like Mike Schmidt and the Ottawa hub. Keep on setting up the new hubs. That's exactly what we need. And please do follow all the hubs on the MyData Slack as well. And yeah, Carol, what about the events? I think you will want to unmute.
Yes, well, what about the events? What about the events? We live, of course, interesting times. And as our colleague Sila shared with us the shortest anecdote of the spring, which is I'm making plans. So this actually, well, you all know where we are with planning for the future. I think everyone is like a bit like trying to figure out what we can do and where we actually can start doing plans. So you know that we were very proud and working very hard towards our 4 regional conferences this year. And I put this slide to actually update you a bit of the status on those. Yesterday evening, we received the information from our colleagues from the Rio de Janeiro that the CBDP LATAM was cancelled, was postponed to the next year, and MyData LATAM was supposed to be co-located with that event. So at this moment, MyData LATAM 2020 is cancelled, and we are looking into opportunity to we will reevaluate this co-location with the CBDP LATAM. Of course, growing the community in Latin America is very important for us, so we will focus on this as well. When it comes to MyData Asia 2020, we took the decision this Monday with our colleagues from the Hub Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea that we are not able at this moment to bring this event at the end of June to Tokyo. And we decided to postpone it to the autumn winter this year. At this moment, we don't have yet the new date, as we we all agree that first the situation in our regions need to stabilize to be able to really plan. But as we know, also in Asia, the situation is improving considerably. So we're very hopeful about that event. When it comes to Berlin, well, this event was planned for 17-18 September, and at this moment, this date still holds. However, we are looking, we are thinking if, for example, moving this by 2 months closer to the end of the year wouldn't be a bad idea. You can share your comments if you have with us some suggestions, some advice. Why we would like to move it towards the end of the year, to simply give us time that now we are not able to actually engage with partners. You know that maybe some of you know that yesterday we were supposed to launch the ticket sale and the call for proposals, but well, we didn't. And we are sure that many events moved from spring this year will actually be moved to September. So we don't want to compete with the other events, and we also would like to give you all a chance to be with us. And when it comes to MyData Africa, this event was supposed to be co-located with the International Open Data Conference, and at this moment, the status of this conference is it's not confirmed yet. I mean, it was confirmed, the preparations were going on, and of course now this is, as the whole world stopped, we are also stopping. But I'm sure that, well, this doesn't mean this is all in red now as the whole planet, but we are, of course, this is all very new, and as you see also with this online event that we are at, we are of course looking for all possible means to bring the community together, to bring MyData to your country, to your home now, and to your region, and of course we are exploring different options for the web conferences, and we need just a bit more time to find out the best possible way. So please share your suggestions, share your, I don't know, encouraging words or words of wisdom with us in the chat or in the Slack, and look, we will surely reach out to you with news and also calls for action when we get a bit more our feet on the ground. So this is the update from me, Temo, on the event, and we're back now to Lennart, our friend Lennart. So
yes, indeed, Lennart seems to be the symbol of our times. Who would have known? So thanks again, and really thank you all for your amazing support. As you can imagine, of course, the whole situation is awful for the whole globe, no doubt about that. It's also been very difficult for the team and us, and through the last 10 days, we've gotten a remarkable amount of really encouraging communications, not just during these days, but during the emails as well. So I want to thank you for that. So yes, the fertilizer. So what we see here, I alluded to this a little bit yesterday, but maybe didn't have time to explain what's our mode right now from this community meeting to the next community meeting. So it's very much about making sure that fertilizer gets into use, and we can bear the fruits or bear the crop of what we all can do. And this really means everything in the community. It means making sure we have the resources to make impact. It means making sure that we don't stop because the window of opportunity is there right now. What I would like to ask as of this very moment for a couple of minutes to challenge you to challenge you to join MyData Global as a member. If you are one of the founding members or recall getting your membership a year ago, maybe now it's a good time to renew. And if you're not a member yet, it's a great time to join. You can pay what you want. I think we've gotten memberships from individuals starting from €1 up to 150, and any contributions are extremely welcome and allow us to do exactly this, what we are doing, making impacts, connecting people, connecting the community. So let's take just a couple of minutes for that. And while I leave this challenge up on the screen, it would be wonderful to hear from some of you who have been participating some final remarks or comments from you. We didn't have a chance to go a proper closing round as there are simply too many people for that, but especially people who have not really voiced out anything. We would really love to hear from you. What have you experienced, and what would you like to comment to us and the whole community? Who would be the first to go?
Hello, could you hear me today?
Yes, Volker, wonderful. How are
Wonderful. I just found that my level on the microphone software was too low, so I have extended it, and now I think you can hear me. This is an excellent opportunity because in Sweden we are now recommended to stay in-house. We are not even allowed to go to the store. So therefore the online meeting is excellent. And as I saw, Fredrik and Patrick is still on the meeting. I think Fredrik has to leave. We were three of us founding the Swedish hub. And we have in the statutes the requirement that every meeting should be accessible online. Even if it's a physical meeting, all members outside that place should have access. And I think this opportunity, even if it's a very tragic reason to change from an Amsterdam meeting to an online meeting, it gave us an opportunity to follow closely what are happening. And thanks for all work you have done in Finland and Estonia. I appreciate especially the very innovative, excellent work you are providing. So thank you, all of you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Volker. Thank you very much. Who's next? If nobody will volunteer.
I guess I just wanted to, John here, I just wanted to thank everybody for participating and share with you something. I don't know if it's just on Canadian, but there was a tag, a hashtag that was trending, which we're calling caremongering instead of scaremongering. And I find this community a place of care and caremongering as well. So thank you all for the care and attention you bring to the MyData movement.
Good term. Thanks, thanks, John.
Isabel de Ziegehit. I mean, I'm relatively new to MyData, but just wanted to say that congratulations for the whole organization at two other conferences more or less at the same time, before and after, and none of them did actually take place. And I think what you did in setting this up in just the last minute, and I think was a fantastic job. So congratulations for the organization, for the initiative, for the level of professionalism. I think it's very impressive.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you've made it here and have been active now. Thank you very much. Who's next? Can I pick on some people? Lena, I think you were planning on continuing over the weekend. What would you like to comment to us? Is Lena there, or did she just drop out as I was asking her to comment?
She's there, but we can't hear you, Lena.
Yeah, I think we cannot hear.
Looks like Lena is muted. Okay, she's typing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lena. And you were mentioning the hackathon that's happening over the weekend. I think there's happening a few things and they're a possible MyData team. That would, of course, be awesome. Any other, I will maybe have space for or time for one more comment if anybody would like to comment who has not said anything today. That will be wonderful. Jonas, Mika, Jani, Tine. Okay.
Well, you can always leave us the message on chat, also greetings on the social media and on Slack. So
sure, sure. And sorry to put you on the spot. All right, that's super. So I'd just like to remind you of the key things to do and to stay in touch. You know the declaration, you know the Slack, you definitely know now how to join the organization. Stay tuned by subscribing to the newsletter. It's only about once a month, so very rarely more than that. It will not be feeling like spam. And finally, please make sure that that you thank your colleagues for things big and small in the thank you channel of the Slack. I think that's one of the fun things in the community. Always feels good to both thank and be thanked. So please, if you can help us out and find your way there, that will be highly appreciated. Finally, I suggest we give a round of applause to the organizing team, to you, and of course to everybody who is taking care of the coronavirus response all over the world. Can you please put your mics on and let's have a round of applause.
Yay!
That felt nice.
yeah, thank you everyone, and of course thanks to the MyData Hub Netherlands, to Will and Marlias for hosting us in Amsterdam and being with us and supporting us in all this endeavor. This is fantastic that you jump on also this train back then in April last year, and then on Friday last week at 4 p.m. So basically last Friday we were only starting even thinking what we do and how we do it, and now well, it's impossible, it feels impossible until it's done. I said this last year after the community meeting in Edinburgh, which was exactly at the same time. The circumstances have changed, but we are all here together, stronger than ever. So thank you all so much to all of you and to each of you. And if you still feel like you don't have enough, and of course the good thing about all this online session is that you still can go out and watch when walking or have your beer or a dinner. There are still 2 open space sessions. There is one by Ian and Paul Oliver de Hey, and the other one put together or coordinated by Cassandra. So basically, we will now take a break for 5 minutes, but the connection will stay. So for all of you who are still interested to talk about MyData in the context of the current pandemic, then please join us. And there is also on social media and in the health data channel the detailed agenda for the misinformation, disinformation, and trust in a pandemic session, and that's put together. Also, there will be also speakers from Taiwanese and Korean hub. So fantastic! Also, last minute preparations and great community spirit and the spirit of self-organizing. So, for all of you, happy weekend, and for those who will stay, see you in 4 minutes. So for Ian and Polyliver, get ready. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.